Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Elrinth, the first boss, and today I want to bring you guys some news. So the UltraHDMI has finally shipped from Marshall to the distributor guys, and they'll be testing the kits and shipping them out starting now. So a couple of days before that, the N64Digital was announced by Citrus 3000 PSI, Chris 2600 and Woozle64. A different N64 HDMI solution, which has the deblur and Wi-Fi updates, so that's gonna be really cool. So a lot of people started cancelling their orders and getting refunded by the UltraHDMI guys, but I'm still gonna keep my order and getting the UltraHDMI, as well as getting the N64 Digital later. And next up we have a new HDMI solution for the Gamecube by the Retrobit guys called the PrismHD. So this will allow you to update the firmware via USB, which none of the other Gamecube HDMI solutions have. Also, it's on the latest GC Video version 3.0e, so that's really nice, and I think the price was pretty competitive. Next up I want to talk about the VirtualBoy port of Doom, which I've been working on. I've had some progress by adding a title screen, as well as some options there, as well as a credit screen showing the Doom creators, as well as Planet Virtual Boy's special thanks screen. In game I've changed so that whenever you shoot you lose ammo, and once the ammo's run out you'll switch to the fists, so you'll be punching after that, and currently only it's only showing like the right hand and the one frame of the left hand, and it's supposed to show, I think it's 3 frames total of the punch and the hand, so 4 frames total. And I still haven't worked out how to get the transparency working, but I'll be working on that. And the walls still look like blocks, big blocks, so that's kind of sad. I want to fix that. Also, I want to bring in some real sound effects, because I've been playing some hyper fighting via the HyperFlash 32, which I got very recently from Melot. Really great product. Also, he's making even more progress on that product by adding another color to the ink screen. He's adding red to the white and black, and it's looking really cool. So I think, I'm not sure if he's going to ship out a new version of that in the future, which will have the red color in the ink screen, and I think I'll be buying another one if it does. It's like really cool. And after that I want to talk about the game called Annalynn, which was released January 29th of 2010. It's a really cool sort of Pac-Man game, however it's platforming, and it's using some funky music in the trailer, so that's really cool. I hope it has that great music in the actual game. Also, the sound effect sounds a bit like it's from Donkey Kong, that's cool. Next, I want to talk about the game Wolfling, which is a game which has been out for quite a while now. And you can download it for your Windows, Mac or Linux machine, and it works great. And you can play either the C64 version or the NES version directly from the same executable. You just push a button and it switches, and you can switch between the modes before you start the game. Really cool. On my Windows PC I use the control key in order to jump, and the alt key in order to punch. So that's really cool. I think you guys should check it out. Pretty cool. I kind of like the music better in the C64 version, but the graphics looks slightly better in the NES version. So yeah, that's cool. Next I want to talk about the game which was recently named Former Dawn by Something Nerdy Studios, which is a new NES game in the development, which is using a new developed mapper called MXM-1, which is supposed to give the game much more storage to work with than the NES usually can work with. So that's really cool, and the graphics they're showing in their screenshots and small GIF videos is really cool. So check that out. And next I want to talk about Black Myth Wukong, which we got to see last year, a trailer of, and it looked amazing. So they released a new trailer of the game, and it still looks really cool. Sort of like Dark Souls, Sekiro, etc. But you're playing the Monkey King Wukong, so that's really cool. Cathedral, a game initially released 2019 for Steam, is now coming 18th February for the Nintendo Switch. It basically looks like Shovel Knight, but it has some differences, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. And then we have the really weird game called Garlic, which is coming out in the 31st March. I thought this game looked pretty fun. It has some really weird sort of anime-ish facial expressions for the garlic, and I think humor in games, it's awesome. So check that out. And next I want to inform you guys about the new Heroes of Might and Magic game being in development called Songs of Conquest by a Swedish Gothenburg developer. And it looks pretty cool, sort of more pixelish graphics than Heroes of Might and Magic, but I think it's gonna be really fun because Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is one of my absolute favorite games of all time. And next we have some details on Axiom Verge 2, sequel to the critically acclaimed Axiom Verge, which was developed by Thomas Happ, I think it was called. A really cool Metroid game, developed by one guy, yeah. And it's coming out on the Epic Store for PC, so that's kind of weird, but I guess they wanted some cool games on their store. That's understandable. And yeah, it's coming out on Switch as well, and spring 2021 is the release date. And next I want to talk about the game called Fallen Leaf, a new platformer game which looks like Mega Man basically, and it's coming out in 2021 for Steam, for Windows and MacOSX. I think it looks great and I'm looking forward to play it. Then I want to talk about Lords of Exile, a successful Kickstarter, which was originally slated for March 2021. However, the developer says he needs a little bit more work, and the game looks amazing and very Castlevania-ish. And the composer is the same as on Cyber Shadow, so the music is gonna be pretty good at least. And yeah, I think you guys should check it out. And if you have an Amiga lying around, this is a game you might be wanting to keep your eyes out on. I don't think the game has any name yet, but it's by NESSO Games, and it looks pretty fun. The music is typical Amiga style. And finally we have the game called Junkpuncher. It's a Shatterhand inspired game, and it's coming out sometime in 2021, hopefully. We don't know. Yeah, and that's it for today, guys. So I want to give a big thanks and shout out to DigitalPoseidon over at Classic Gaming. Thank you for informing me about many of these games, so that's cool. Also, I want to ask you guys, what have you guys been playing? I've been playing Chrono Cross on the PS1, and I finally reached the second CD after like 35 hours of gameplay. And what is humorous is that just when I reached CD2, I look on Reddit and there's a new version of Chrono Cross being released, which is like combined CD1 and CD2, so you don't need to do any CD swapping. That's really cool. Anyways, please like and subscribe and throw in a comment there below. Bye guys!